All right, everyone, we are back. Noah is on blue-black control. Kevin is on Bant, God of Pharaoh's gift, and seems Kevin's on his turn too. Seems he's casting Gate to the Afterlife. Pretty key card in this matchup. It grabs. Wait.
Okay, it seems like there's something going on. It seems like Noah had a response, but I don't really know what's going on.
So yeah, it seems like Kevin's casting Gate to the Afterlife. This card here is pretty important because it can tutor up God Pharaoh's gift. However, it seems like there might be a response here from Noah. Which I don't think we saw an answer.
I'm a little low now.
Don't talk about that, my guy. So yeah, in the hand we've seen, he doesn't have a response to this. He might just be casting Opt to look for like a Spell Pierce. Yeah, looks like it.
That's all I can think of the kid have.
Yeah, casting Opt here doesn't seem all that key. See what he does here after this. He might just be fatal pushing the elf. I'm not sure. I think I might have fatal pushed it on my first turn, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah,
Deny Kevin that extra mana.
You usually want to kill the dork. It's usually a good go-to play.
Or is a phrase I've heard quite a bit. Oh, did he hit us? No way. It's just fatal pushing the dork. Yeah, see, especially with him ending up doing it regardless, I think I liked killing it now much better.
Okay,
Or killing it.
I think I see what was happening. I think that Kevin might have got a little bit ahead of himself. Oh, never mind. I thought Kevin got ahead of himself and that Noah had a response on his turn, but
No. Yeah, I think I would have killed that mana rook on turn 1. I'm not sure. The mana issues that we were concerned about from Noah pretty much in the bank now, considering he's drawn 2 more lands, being Drowned Catacomb and Polluted Delta. That's enough to get him to Glimmer of Genius, which should be enough to set him up for the rest of the game. So now with 3 mana, he's representing any of the 3 mana counters like Disallow.
Those are very good draws on Noah's part.
Yeah, for sure. His hand was definitely weak to not drawing any lands. However, control lists are more land heavy than others, so I'm curious if he just runs that Reflector Mage here as an attacker. Seems like it. Oh no, Champion of Wits, yes. Pretty good card in this deck, considering it can mill some creatures to get back with God Pharaoh's gift, or it can just churn through your deck to pitch awkward pieces, etc., etc.
It's one of the most important cards for the deck, in my opinion.
It's like the glue that sticks it all together.
And on top of it, control does need to answer it because it is 2 power, so that does put them on a little bit of a clock. It's obviously not like imperative to answer it, but
so it seems he discards a Merfolk Branchwalker, new card from Ixalan, just 2/1 when it enters the battlefield it explores, and he discards another Champion of Witch, notably which has Eternalized, so he can bring it back later in the game, or just with his God Pharaoh's gift. Assuming he lands one. So yeah, it seems like he's keeping track of creatures in the graveyard. Help keep track for Gate of the Afterlife, or Gate to the Afterlife, excuse me. So let's see.
Merfolk
Branchwalker
is not a card I'm very familiar with.
Yeah, I'm
interested to see how it works out.
I think the theory behind it is explore, control you a card, or it can pitch a creature for God Pharaoh's gift. So it seems Noah's drawn another land here. So I guess he's hoping to just have Kevin pass so he can cast Glimmer of Genius here on end step. Notably, Kevin is 3 creatures away from activating his Gate to the Afterlife. Gift is a pretty good card against control, just because it rebuys all his threats. I think Noah actually considers the match favorable for Kevin, but not overwhelmingly so. Yeah, but God Pharaoh's gift, though, pretty hard card for control to beat, since you keep just rebuying all your value creatures, so it makes one removal spell just not good enough to stop the threats. Kevin's deck. Okay, he's fetching now. I would be very surprised not to see an end step Glimmer of Genius here.
Yeah, definitely gonna Glimmer here. Doesn't really have
Mm-hmm.
any other option.
So if you're Noah here, what are you looking for? Glimmer of Genius?
Hmm. To be honest, this is kind of a tough choice. You know, Scarab God's gonna be really good in this matchup. Oh, his deck isn't running Scarab God. Okay,
No, I
I
think
misspoke.
that's a shame because Scarab God's a pretty big card in Frontier and Standard alike, as we've seen.
Especially in this matchup when he can just pick off,
Pick off some of these big
yeah,
creatures.
out of the graveyard. That would be nice.
See, it seems
Hmm.
right now. It seems. Oh, it seems Kevin has drawn a Collected Company. So his hand currently is Walking Ballista, Reflector Mage, Collected Company, and a Basic Plains. Company might be pretty good here.
I
See.
might go ahead
Oh,
and fire it off now when he's tapped out.
oh, it seems Noah grabbed Dig Through Time and Fatal Push here.
Okay.
Dig Through Time is a pretty big pickup here, seeing as he has 6 cards in the yard, so it's blue for one of the better selection spells.
You know, Fatal Push is going to be pretty good here. It'll at least kill all of his Eternalized stuff.
Yeah, Fatal Push is notably pretty good against the Eternalized thing since they are tokens that have 0 mana cost. So Fatal Push kills just about anything you bring back. However, Gift Out doesn't do much of anything. Just stalls for a turn mostly. Seems Noah's going to go into the tank for a second. Understandably so.
So do we know Noah's hand right now?
Yeah, Noah's hand currently is a Dig Through Time, Fatal Push, Torrential Gear Hulk, Murderous Cut, and a land, if I remember correctly. I think we don't know the card he just drew for turn, though.
Okay.
So, interesting. If you're Noah here, are you killing the Champion of Wits if you can?
I think I'm going to try to hold off on it for at least a little bit.
Sure.
He's in a tough spot right now. He kind of fell behind early,
Oh,
which is...
Collective Brutality.
Oh, that's a good play right now.
So it seems he's going to snipe the creature, maybe duress his opponent.
Yeah, I would definitely duress. But we're probably going to see
Notably, the modes
the...
on
Go ahead.
so yeah, I was talking about the modes on Collective Brutality. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You can choose an instant or sorcery from it and make him discard it.
So I think
Or he
we're
can
definitely
drain
going to
for
see
2.
the collecting company response, though, here.
Yeah. It just blanks the instant sorcery part of it because his only instant or sorcery in his hand was Collected Company. Yep, as we thought, Collected Company is being fired off here. So let's see what he hits.
By the way, I think we're getting a new host as well.
It seems we cannot hear you. Okay, so off of this company, he hit Renegade Rallier, God Pharaoh's Gift, Renegade Rallier, Botanical Sanctum, Wooded Foothills, and a Merfolk Branchwalker.
Double Renegade
So I'm
Rally is
pretty sure
pretty good here.
since he has Revolt Trigger, he brings back a fetch land
That's a lot of
and the Merfolk
value.
Branchwalker. For sure. Trophy Mage. Now I'm pretty sure I put that into the graveyard. Yep, he agrees. Since the main tutor target, Gate to the Afterlife, is already on the battlefield. Now, notably, he has still 3 creatures in the graveyard. Since Renegade Rally brought one back.
Hi.
Then he reveals his hand of all blanks to... Oh.
Can you guys hear
introduce
me?
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
hear you
you.
just fine.
You can? Okay, good. So I have fill me in on the match. I haven't been here.
So, right now, Kevin just resolved a collected company, hitting 2 Renegade Ralliers, returning a fetch land and a Merfolk Branchwalker. This was in response to the collective brutality, killing off a Champion of Wits and taking collected company, but
So you would say King of the Hill is ahead right now,
Yeah, I
just
would definitely
because
say he's ahead right now. That collected company hit almost perfectly.
he has way more permanents with only one less card in hand, same amount of lands, same life totals. Basically, everything's in his favor.
Noah also discarded a murderous cut. I don't know if I would have done that with collective brutality. It's kind of
Hmm.
risky getting rid of your removal spells in a matchup like this. I understand his
Yeah.
thinking, but that wouldn't have been my play.
Also, there's a Champion of Wits ready to fire when Gate of the Afterlife happens, and
Yeah,
I think he's
exactly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got all the creatures he
Yeah,
needs.
he's keeping track of that under his life total.
Yeah, he's got everything he needs
Yeah,
now.
Kevin's looking pretty good here because Gate to the Afterlife grabbing God Pharaoh's Gift is just huge for him. The card's great against control. Being able to buy
Yeah,
back all your threats.
and Champion of Wits is just gonna make him win in cards and board.
For sure, for sure. So it seems. So what are you looking for if you are
Languish, every languish, 8 languishes, one every turn. That's his only way out.
Languish isn't great here though, just because God Pharaoh's Gift. So Satyr Wayfinder, all-star of these graveyard decks. Being able to dump a few things in your graveyard and fix your mana is pretty huge. So he mills over Walking Ballista, Siren Storm Trancer, lands. It's probably just snatches the forest here. Interesting.
Hmm. I was kind of joking about the languish, but like one languish into a bunch of instant speed removals and gear hulks, that might be a way out, but I just think it's so uphill from here with a
Mm-hmm.
threat every turn. Even if he gets a gear
Yeah, we
hulk,
see Kevin firing it off here. Going to get
yeah,
that God Pharaoh's Gift.
he can just go super wide.
Yeah, regurgitating value creatures every turn is just pretty hard for Control to stop. Control's built to beat a linear game plan in Frontier, and Finkle is definitely not a linear deck.
Yeah. So, could you just say what your name is so I know
Mars,
which
my
one you
guy.
are? You're Mars?
Yeah.
Marte in the chat? Okay, Mars.
Swinging for 10 here is just he has lethal next turn.
Yeah. I don't think there's a single thing he can do because even like Gear
Like
Hulk
drawing
into
Languish here, yeah, it saves him a turn. However, he just rebuys all these threats again. It's pretty hard for him to win here, in my opinion.
yeah.
I'm
Uh
I mean, I think I'm looking
oh no,
for a
he
board
just has
wipe here.
lethal next turn because even if he languishes and spends all his mana on that, he can just Walking Ballista for 3 and then ping him down the rest of the 3.
For sure. He can bring back one creature, hit him for 4, Walking Bliss to finish him off, since he has 6 mana. So this game, I guess Collective Brutality could gain him life. But that's a temporary solution, considering
No.
Ballista can be added counters to next turn.
Yeah, it's just anything that buys him a turn, he's gonna die the next turn. Anything that
Exactly.
saves him this turn, he's gonna die to lethal this
He's
turn.
prolonging an imminent death.
Yeah.
Relatively, I think he gets better after sideboard, since he can bring in 2 Kalitas and Flying Tendrils with in the
You know,
graveyard, which
he does
shut
have one
down.
way out. F6 into right click concede.
Yeah, conceding is probably what I would do here. See, Addictive Time resolves. See what he gets. So yeah, if you're Noah, what are you looking for? Or do you just think this game's over?
Over.
Inclined to agree. I'm curious what he thinks.
I don't think there are any legal cards that it can get him back.
Yeah, with no Kalitas here. Not too
Because,
much he can do.
well, I'm sure in the past couple sets they've printed some kind of really cheap, obscure artifact hate. Maybe he can do that into like Vraska's Contempt, and then somehow like using specific cards that no one would play.
And I don't think blue black has much in the way of artifact hate. It's never been in its color pie really.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
What he has here?
You've got to splash like black white, or some like golden card to get a artifact hate. It's mostly just counter the artifacts before they get in.
Yeah, Noah agrees with us heading to sideboard. So let's go over the sideboard plans right quick.
Is there a way for me to get the sideboard?
Yeah, for sure. I'll update you right now.
Where am I?
You can go to their lists right now in the Frontier League.
Okay. You pasting it, or am I supposed to click the pin?
No, I'm going to hit you up right now. So yeah, it seems Noah's sideboard plan is cutting some Jace's Opt into Glimmer of Genius. This trims some of the fatter cards from his deck. 2 Kalidas and 2 Flying Tendrils. Pretty solid options against graveyard value decks. Kalidas shutting off all creatures, and Flying Tendril shutting off the ones that he kills that turn. Both cards pretty good against the deck.
Yeah, Coco decks have always struggled in having good flyers, and like Kalidas just shuts down the ground so hard that if he gets one or two down
the ground, and is bigger than, after a few kill spells, he's bigger than most things he's bringing back with Gate to the Afterlife. So while he maybe keep value going, he just can't kill him. And Kalidas also exiling the graveyard, I think, is one of the bigger things in this matchup. So let's go over what Kevin has going on. We'll check with him right now.
What's he got?
We're playing right now.
Yeah.
So it seems he's going to do +1 Shaper Sanctuary, +2 Negate, +2 Spell Queller, -1 Wooded Foothills, -3 Walking Ballistas, and -1 Gate to the Afterlife.
Okay, I can definitely see this working, because as long as you can Spell Queller some Languishes, that'd just win him the game. I'm really looking to see if Spell Queller can get some value here, because blue-black, it's super risky to do it because blue-black has so much removal. If it gets removed, you almost certainly lose the game. But if
I think the plan behind Spell Queller, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine.
Spell Queller is just to take off the tempo. Oh, he also, it seems Noah also cut another Jace for a Crook of Condemnation as additional graveyard hate.
Okay, how are you seeing these?
Oh, sorry, I'm working on that. I'm in a chat room with them.
Oh.
I'll get you added in a second. But yeah, it seems that Kevin's trying to set him off with tempo here. So Spell Queller stopping him for a turn might be all Kevin needs to kill him. So I think that's the theory behind it.
Definitely. If Spell Queller stays alive, I can't see him losing.
Yeah, Spell Queller in general is a pretty huge tempo swing. Oh yeah, so if the theory behind cutting the one Gate to the Afterlife might seem loose here, since it's such a huge card to matchup, or God Pharaoh's Gift is rather, since he's light on artifact destruction, being in blue-black, he doesn't think the redundant God Pharaoh's Gifts will be. So it seems Kevin's hand is Champion of Wits, Spell Queller, Trophy Mage, Forest, Elvish Mystic, Trophy Mage, and the Merfolk. So this hand here, pretty risky keep. However, he does have the turn 1 Dork. I think if his Dork gets sniped, though, he just doesn't do much. So 7 was pretty bad. It was Basic Island, Opt, Dig Through Time, Vraska's Content, Kalidas, Liliana the Last Hope, and Collective Brutality.
Sounds great if he has lands, but most 7-card hands do. I think Hing of the Kill. I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin.
Kevin? Yeah, I think Kevin's just trying to make his Cocos better, because he's taken out the artifacts that don't do Coco value, and he's also taken out Walking Ballistas, which you can bring him out with Coco, but you're not going to last long.
So it seems Kevin mulligan to 6 and is keeping a Gate to the Afterlife, a Merfolk, Seder Wayfinder, Windswept Teeth, Renegade Rallier, and an additional Merfolk. So assuming he sees a land in the top few cards, it's Elvish Mystic his top card is. So this way he can just go turn 1 Dork and should have Satyr Wayfinder to set him up. So it seems the 5-card hand that Noah kept was 3 lands, being Island, Flooded Strand, Drowned Catacomb, Disallow, and Languish.
Okay. So, it's pretty rough getting 2 mulligans, and also Mana Dork on the play is just crazy. Puts him a turn ahead. Basically, negates all of the going first, and now that he's got an extra card from being in the draw and got an extra card from mulliganing 1 less, it just puts him so far ahead.
Yeah, I feel pretty bad here for Noah, or at least I would feel bad if I was Noah, having such an unfavorable matchup, in my opinion, in the game 1, seeing as he also lost that. Fighting up, he drew Dig Through Time off the top, which is a great card, but it's a little clunky here with not a lot of stuff in the graveyard.
It just gets worse when you mulligan because you have less cards to play, which makes less cards in the grave.
Seems Kevin drew another land, which is pretty huge, and Renegade Rallier with Revolt, it seems. Yeah, because he cracked the fetch this turn.
That he's just getting so far ahead. He's
just putting him ahead on cards. Considering Noah already mulliganed down to 5, this just puts him ahead. And he has the Languish and Disallow, but they just don't do much when you're regurgitating value like this.
So he's got a card ahead from being 1 less mulligan, card ahead from being on the draw. He's a turn ahead from the Elvish Mystic, and he's a turn ahead from ramping from the Renegade Rallier. So I couldn't imagine a more cookie cutter way to get ahead on card advantage and tempo.
For sure. So now, if you're Noah here, what are you looking to draw?
Noah is Masin.
Is the blue-black control player?
Yeah. He's blue-black removal.
Fair enough. Seems he drew an island off the top.
He does seem a little creature light, so I could.
For sure. I think I'm looking for something like a Flying Tendrils or a Kalitas here. Kalitas being pretty powerful in the matchup.
I feel like Flaying Tendrils might be redundant with Languish, so I would look for a creature or maybe, does he have Liliana?
He does play Liliana, yes, the last two.
Maybe I could see a Liliana ticking on Renegade Rallier so that it can survive another turn, then curve into Languish, and tick up again on whatever he plays next. That might be one of the best ways to survive. Although, he already passed. I'm kind of behind. He's not gonna.
Satyr Wayfinder here, pretty big all-star. Angel Invention, pretty big creature to mill here. One of the better returns with God Pharaoh's Gift.
Oh yeah, definitely. You just make a 4/4 that's a lord for everything. Make 2 extra 2/2s. It has flying, but it has all the keywords you want.
So Kevin seems pretty far ahead. However, speaking of Kevin, what do you think about Noah's position right here?
Is he just not here? Just the deadest silence.
Yeah, apparently so. Sorry, I thought he said he was on with us. See what Kevin's dropping here. Gate to the Afterlife.
Okay,
and I think I fire off my Disallow here because God Pharaoh's. Yep. Noah agrees.
What he was trying to do is cash in some of his tempo to get a bit even and then win the long game, seeing as he's cards ahead from all these mulligans and Renegade Ralliers.
Yeah.
He is Masin is such
such drops Languish here.
Yeah. But he's at such a high life total that 16 and you board wipe someone, he will be able to transition into the late game pretty well. But if I'm looking right, does he just have 2 lands in hand?
Yeah, from what it seems, he does.
I could see a main face Coco here.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh, no, Satyr Wayfinder. So, Kevin, if you're Noah, what are you looking for here?
Gosh, more languishes.
Oh.
Kalitas.
His hand?
Yeah.
So, Noah's hand currently is Dig Through Time and Torrential Gear Hulk.
Oof.
The 2 biggest cards in the deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's the world's his oyster. So he's got 3 cards in the yard.
If he draws cards, he needs lands and cheap spells, like an option
time isn't as efficient as it was in the first game here.
Yeah, so
a fetch land would be amazing.
Yeah, it would. Could put him closer to Gearhulk and pays 2 mana for the dig through time. Because fetching puts 1 card in the yard for Delve.
Or
Renegade Rallier here.
Oh.
So, Swank, what are you getting back here with this Rallier?
Is Rallier an option? No, I'm kidding. Oh, yeah.
Milling the Godfrey.
I'm looking at the Wayfinder. He's just milling himself into oblivion.
But not a bad thing to be doing in this deck.
That's a great
Not at all.
You're trying to self-mill yourself.
For sure, for sure.
He's got so many gifts in the grave. Does he run the 4 mana reanimate an artifact?
No.
No, he does not.
Okay. That would be pretty good.
Oh, drew a land off the top. Unfortunately, not a fetch land. But it still puts him closer to Gearhulk, and he can hardcast a dig through time here on end of turn.
I wonder, do you do it? Is there any benefit to doing it man phase? No, I can't think of any. No, I'm thinking of dig through time. He already played a land, so it's not going to get him any value.
Tapping out for dig through time here, honestly, seems pretty loose because you can bluff a counterspell right here.
Yeah, definitely.
Not sure it does much, but you still can bluff it.
He's probably still going to just tap out and swing.
For sure, for sure. So, Kevin, if you're Kevin, which you are, but what are you looking to draw here?
If you are the Kevin playing.
I mean, you can never go wrong with a collected company. I think he's at the point... Sorry, I got disconnected. He's at the point where he can hardcast his God Pharaoh's gift, correct?
If he gets a land off the
cost 7. Oh, okay. Merfolk Branchwalker here.
So how has this card been doing? Looks pretty good to me.
It's good. It's good to reanimate. It can definitely get hit off of Renegade Rallier.
Ooh,
I'm definitely putting that in my hand. Ooh, yeah. Love that.
Puts it on top of the deck, but yeah.
No, but
I mean, it goes back to the top where he bins it. So
behind Merfolk Branchwalker is the fact that he can either mill a creature for his God Pharaoh's gift, or turning on his Gate to the Afterlife, or it just draws him an extra land, which also is a pretty decent card.
2 mana, 3/2, scry 1 at worst. Yeah, I always think WotC's gonna run out of new ideas, and then they come out with like Explore and all these weird things that seem overcomplicated, but they actually work out in cool ways.
This set was pretty good design-wise. I love the cards like going right to Itlimoc and the Search for Azcanta. While both are decent cards, it's just really well designed in my opinion.
This was a lot better than the previous sets they've had, just because on top of all that, it also doesn't have any masterpieces. So the value of the set's going to be a lot higher.
Let me go ahead and redirect you right quick. So it seems like Noah's tapping out for a dig through time here, which is obvious.
The only thing he can do.
Seems like Kevin's hand right now is just an island and a Merfolk Branchwalker.
So what are you looking for in your dig through time if you were playing?
Absolutely a Languish. There's no question.
Have another land, but that seems a little... I'm not sure, because another land puts you to Gearhulk, which puts you to another dig through time. However, another Languish also just slows him down tremendously.
Yeah, if... he's got to ask if it resolves. Kevin does have... The Kevin playing also has negates, and that would just completely blow him out. If I was Kevin, would you negate now, or wait for something else? I would actually negate the dig through time, just because he didn't play anything last turn, and he's hard casting dig through time, which means he has nothing in his hand.
Yeah, I would absolutely negate a dig through time if I had an opportunity.
I definitely fire it off here. It seems Noah is struggling on cards, and with a card like dig through time being such powerful selection, I'd have to fire it off here.
Oh, he's lagging.
So let's see if I can get an update from Noah here on what he's getting.
14 cards to the bottom.
Yeah, it looks like that, but he's really just shipping 5.
So it seems like he got 4 lands, another Dig Through Time, a Jace, and a Kalidas. So Kalidas here is pretty huge.
Yeah, Kalidas could definitely bring him back.
That might just be me, but I think I'm snapping off another land here. What do you guys think?
What does he have to choose from? Of course, a land is almost certain.
4 lands, Dig Through Time, Jace, Kalidas.
4 lands. Kalidas land? No, not
So
Kalidas.
it seems
land.
like he took Kalidas and Blighted Fen here, and I'm pretty inclined to agree.
Yeah, no, that's great because you get your Gear Hulk. You also get the Dig Through Time that you could have gotten. You're gonna get that from Gear Hulk anyway.
Dig Through Time just seems too clunky here with only 1 card in the graveyard being your Dig Through Time.
Because it's just gonna be a second Dig Through Time that you get from Gear Hulk. So
we're on Gear Hulk mana now.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. He's not firing off his Kalidas here.
I agree with that.
I think he's just bluffing counter magic for this collected company.
Oh no, I think it's just that he's gonna swing with everything, and
are you just firing off Gear Hulk here?
I think he's just bluffing that he doesn't have any. He still doesn't have cards.
Yep,
now he's just gonna eat Renegade Rallier or Branch Walker. There aren't really good cards to eat, but he's still gonna eat stuff.
So now I think this Dig Through Time here is probably looking for a Languish.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we could see a collected company in response and a Reflector Mage hitting this Gear Hulk.
Ooh, that would be.
Now, while that might seem like a play that's bad for him, since it's giving Noah more value in the long run, it's actually a pretty big tempo swing. Since it's a 6-mana spell, it's being bounced for 3, or 4 rather, collected company grabbing 2. However, he also can just kill him here without a blocker. Of course, he has the Kalidas in hand, which would stop that, but
he's got 8
slow down.
Yeah, he's only swinging for 8, so we would technically be left with...
over another turn cycle, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
He wouldn't have the blocker this turn or the next.
Yeah, like, if he can bounce Gear Hulk, he's just going to go wide no matter how many Gear Hulks and no matter how many cards are in.
Let me cut you off here, sorry. Second Dig Through Time hits another Gear Hulk, Grasp of Darkness, Fatal Push, Murderous Cut, Collective Brutality, Opt, and Basic Swamp.
Collective Brutality, Fatal Push?
I would probably go Fatal Push Gear Hulk.
I feel like Gear Hulk means you're gonna win in card advantage anyway, and he might not draw lands, so I'd like to be able to play multiple spells.
Drowned Catacomb for his last turn.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm definitely not taking the Swamp here.
I think
I'm definitely taking Fatal Push, but I see an argument for Collective Brutality or the Gear Hulk.
I think Push Gear Hulk is good, so you can push him and Gear Hulk him and block 2 guys, and then
completely lock the ground down. Have a Reflector Mage blows that out of the water, assuming it lands before you untap.
It doesn't blow it out of the water that bad because you still have 1 Gear Hulk.
No, I'm saying if it's before he untaps. If he does Coco now. However, I'm inclined. Are you firing this collected company off at sorcery speed? Oh no, I guess he's not. But
I would have fired it off.
You've just seen a lot of cards. So you don't
Gear Hulk.
Questionable. I guess he's leaving it up and waiting to reload after a Languish. That would be my guess. Which is a great play, by the way.
So he can afford to wait.
Because he's figured...
He is Sunken Hollow, Kalidas, Collective Brutality, Fatal Push, and whatever he drew for turn. So it seems like he neglected to take the Gear Hulk for Collective Brutality, being the leaner spell. Seems like he can go Kalidas here, kill a creature, make a zombie.
Yeah. I'm not going to armchair quarterback this because I'm 1-1, which is not the best record. But I would have actually... I would have fired the Coco in response because Gear Hulk's already slowing the clock down and closing the window. And if you can't tempo him out in the next couple turns, you know he's going to draw removal. You know he's going to draw board wipes and have more Gear Hulks to back it up. It's just, in a few turns, Noah's going to win if he can survive. He's just going to stabilize because there's no red.
I'm not completely sure because Godfather's Gift gives you a pretty good grind late game. Recurring all your threats repeatedly.
That's my bad. I keep forgetting that he has Gift. I keep thinking it's just a Coco deck with 28 creatures and 7 spells.
Also, against a control deck, your collected companies are key for restabilizing your board after a Languish and rebuilding. So I totally get it.
I just feel like doing that is a lose less in this situation. You know?
That's fair enough. So collective brutality escalating. Was he trying to steal the cocoa from his hand?
I think we might see a Coco in response.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't Coco, he's probably just off the tab.
Oh no. He neglects to.
Coco in response anyway.
Hoping
All
to
right,
hit
cool.
Spell Queller here, I would presume.
Yeah. Spell Queller and
Reflector Mage to bounce the Kalidas, which denies him a zombie.
Yeah, I think that's game. Let me count. That's 2, 5, 8, 10, 11.
All right, I want a view on this Coco, actually.
Yeah, I'm talking to him right now.
Cool.
Oh wait, it's
Coco
Drain and...
Yeah, it's Drain, so he'll be gaining life here.
Yeah, so that definitely changes it. That would just be Trophy Mage.
Trophy Mage? Yeah, sure.
Champion of
He's
West.
He's trying to outgrind him.
Could do.
Does he have...
Grabs his
Angel
Gate to
in
the
the
Afterlife. Assuming he has some left. Let me see. Yeah, we've only
we're definitely going to see the Russian doll effect here of the Gate to the Afterlife off the Trophy Mage and the God Pharaoh's GIF off of the Gate to the Afterlife.
Yeah,
because he does have the mana to activate it and plenty of creatures in his graveyard.
Yep, absolutely.
And my bad. I misspoke there.
Sorry. The only difference is this Russian doll keeps getting bigger. It's a 3-drop into an artifact into a 7 artifact.
Yeah, it's a stacking Russian doll. Yeah. It starts with the baby.
Yeah.
Okay, so the brutality does go off here, which gains him more life and clogs the ground up a little more with zombies.
I think if he can play God Pharaoh's Gift and have it resolve, it's just going to win him the game because Control isn't one to have a lot of flyers, and Angel of Invention after 4/4 is going to close the game out.
Kevin being prepared. I see that. I like that.
Gotta love Finkle.
Oh, man.
Here, let me hook you up. I'm your homie.
I've got your tokens for you.
He just knows he's going to play against it, so he gets the tokens beforehand, deletes them after the match, and gets the next guys.
Most common tokens of formats. Keep them with me.
Yeah, absolutely. I usually keep soldiers and knights and zombies and goblins on hand for every format.
And in this format, maybe spiders, because Graph Widow.
I haven't seen Ishkana a lot lately.
Oh, but
yeah, 5-drops are hard to play right now.
After reading a certain somebody's article.
Oh, are we talking about the old Jund article we saw a while back?
Yes, we are. It's making a comeback, boys.
I mean, I love a good Jund deck.
Mm-hmm. Let's divert back to the game right quick. So if you're Kevin here, what are you hoping to see? Are you hoping to get this God Pharaoh's Gift online, or is there something else?
I'm hoping to see turn cycles happen instead of thinking.
All right, he's gonna kill someone. Yeah. Maybe the
sniping.
Interesting. Oh, I guess it's the only valid target. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no revolt online. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you see all these fancy creatures and stuff. When they turn into zombies, they're all vanilla 2/2s. That's a nice equality in the afterlife.
Fair enough. Okay, so just as him cracking it. Yep.
Because I think the flavor is Kalidas steals them and turns them to zombies.
A reason to fire it off at sorcery speed is just so you can, because Disallow has a lesser used ability. Oh no, I guess it's just better just to fire it off to get your creature.
Oh yeah, it can.
But Disallow can stifle an effect.
Combat.
The Angel Invention here, pretty huge. Comes back as a 4/4. However, also anthems your team. So this is
this is massive.
Okay.
This is so I don't know if you guys have been following the Bant brew that's been going on in Standard, but this Angel of Invention's a big piece of that as well.
Oh yeah, it just benefits the go wide strategy.
Yep, absolutely. And then you reload off of a bunch of cards if you decide to create
he has him
those.
dead in the air. You just can gain you some life, but not that much. Oh, and another Merfolk Branchwalker here. Pretty good value creature in the deck. I was skeptical at first, but it seemed pretty good in these 2 games.
Yeah.
It's a mana dork on occasion, and otherwise it's just a 3/2 for 2, which is pretty great
also
value.
Can mill creatures in this deck.
Yeah.
Which can be big for like God Pharaoh's gift effects.
It plays into all corners of the deck. I'm really impressed. It's definitely an all-star of the draft format right now as well.
Sure. Explorer is a pretty good mechanic in Limited.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I haven't gotten to draft the set too much, but blue-green, unlike Amonkhet block, seems pretty good. That was like the worst thing you could be on in Amonkhet.
It was pretty good in Hour of Devastation, but in Amonkhet it was pretty awful.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I feel like it was good in Hour of Devastation, but I'd always be like, okay, I have a pretty good deck. I only need like 3 more playables, and then I'd get nothing from Amonkhet because there's no good stuff in those colors.
Yeah, true. You needed to be getting into it pretty early with your River Hoopu and all that good stuff.
That's why I even went white-red, which I think is terrible in Hour of Devastation, just because I knew once I'd get to Amonkhet, it'd just give me the other half of my deck.
Yep, yeah, totally. That last pack was major value.
Yeah, I remember.
Sure. So let's see what he has here.
Sorry, yeah, we should talk about the game. Going pretty wide.
Is this just him stacking his Zombie to Cletus?
How do I shake something? You click on it and you click shake. Click on
this might just him be stacking something to Cletus. Yep. I still think this math loses unless I'm missing something. I think this is his turn to draw something like Vraska's Contempt for this Angel. I mean, even if he did, that still didn't win him the game. There's just so much things he can bring back every turn.
So do you know why Kevin made Angel big instead of wide?
Yeah, because
all that lifelink.
I think it's
he wants to play that attrition war.
I think it's the flying here, just because he has nothing on because he has the ground pretty clogged up with Kalitas and friends. But Angel of Invention is just a 2-turn clock in the air.
Good point. If it made Thopters instead of Servos,
leaves it out of range of Languished, which could be pretty big here.
Oh yeah,
just slowing him down.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Same thing with Grasp of Darkness.
But
I would just let this go through if I'm Kevin here.
Yeah, I think you just win.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if he was hoping he would like block with everything. I'm not too sure.
Let me just tank your 7/8 lifelink, possibly.
Is this just a Languish?
Ooh, that'd be good.
That would be pretty good. Ooh, okay, Flaying Tendrils. So that's going to take out 2 creatures here. And
I don't believe that gives him zombie. Yeah, but that's it. No, I can't beat it.
Yeah, -2, -2.
Okay.
Paying 1 mana for 2 more -2. I mean, like 2 more minuses is just a great deal.
All right, so I think that's going to be our stream, everyone.
But it's so short. Sure. We should just play some like grudge matches.
Oh man, well, thank you all for coming out tonight. No,
I'm serious. It'd be a good idea. We should like just stream more so we can get content.
I think we're good on the 1 stream match for now.
Yeah,
I only planned for 1.
So we're gonna go ahead and cut the stream here, guys. Have a good night, everyone. This video will be on YouTube soon if you missed it or came in late. So hope to see you all next week.